Hello everybody. My last video was a little detour into the world of tech pouches, but today I'm looking at the little brother of the organizer I reviewed one but last video ago, which was this A5 graphic organizer. Today I'm looking at the Filofax Graphic Personal sized zipped, so part of the same range. This range was a short-lived range for about 2008. I'm afraid I can't remember what it cost. I don't think it was very expensive because it's not a leather binder. I used this organizer a lot. It has really been through the wars. It was very mucky when I showed it in the video last time, but I gave it a clean. And one of the great things about organizers made of textiles and faux leather is that you can really easily clean them. I just went over this with a washing up sponge and washing up liquid, and it's come out very nice and clean. I obviously don't do that with leather organizer, but in this case nice and easy to clean. But of course, being faux leather, it picks up the dirt in the first place, which isn't the case with leather. Being a zipped organizer, this was really useful for me at the time because I needed to take a lot of stationery with me. I took pens and pencils and rubbers and pencil sharpeners and so on, and I needed to take those with me. And I could throw those into the organizer and zip it up and safely transport those items with me. I used it very intensively until the zip started coming away from the cover, which you can see here. I wasn't able to mend this, unfortunately. I did try, and I couldn't mend it, and Filofax sent me a replacement, but they sent me the A5 version, this one that I reviewed a couple of videos ago, which is very generous of them. But this one's more bulky and not zipped, and it didn't fit my purpose then or now, so I couldn't use this one in anger anymore. As I said, this range is made of faux leather and textile. Excuse me. So it's less sturdy than its leather equivalents, and as I said, I put it through the wars, and it did get damaged. So a leather organizer would last longer. As a zipped organizer, it's a little larger than an equivalent organizer without the zip would be. So if I grab my Lockwood, which is also personal size, so this is a Lockwood, and you can see here that the zip version is higher, and it's also wider, just a little wider than, because in the Lockwood the pen's on the outside, so you include the loop, and a little thicker. So pen organizer, zipped organizers are always a little bigger because they need the space to include the zip and everything attached to it. So it doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. In terms of size, it's 21 centimeters high, 14.3 centimeters wide, and about 4 centimeters deep. And empty, it weighs just over 300 grams. So it's a handy sized, quite lightweight organizer. Originally, there was a pull tab on the zipper, which at some stage is broken, as you can see, so I've replaced it with a key ring. Yeah, as I said, I use this intensively, so it's been through the wars. This version is black. It has a textile front. It has a faux leather spine with the Filofax logo, which you may or may not be able to see because the light's going in and out. There we go. And on the back is an outside pocket. There we go, which is lined with black nylon. And these outside pockets, I've said before, they're really useful for storing things you need to access quickly, like a map or a train ticket, or just a list of something. And these are currently being repeated. This outside pocket on the Lockwood range. This is the Lockwood, the outside pocket. They're incredibly useful, and this was another reason I liked this this organizer when I was using it. So inside, unzip. Inside again, it's textile and faux leather. There are two pen loops, which is always a luxury, and they're fully elastic. The only place I like to see elastic, as you know, in an organizer. So they hold quite a range of pen sizes. So let me have a look. This pen size is 8mm, no problem at all on either side. It's a little snug, more snug on the right hand loop, because the right hand loops, when there's two loops, is always smaller than the left hand loop. So that's 8mm diameter. This one is 1 centimeter diameter, no problem at all on that side. Quite snug on that side. It's when you get to the larger sizes, like the 1.4. This is a Lamy Safari. This is 1.4mm. No problem at all. Left hand side. A little bit of a challenge on the right hand side. Loop. It is possible, but it's a bit of a struggle. With zip type organizers, the zip usually gets in the way of the pen, depending on where the pen loop has been placed, because you have to go from the top downwards to get into the pen loop. But this doesn't seem to be an issue with this organizer. It's quite easy to get the pens in and out. They do butt against the zip, but it's quite easy to simply put it up a little bit and get it past the zip. I've seen organizers where the loop has been here, and you just simply struggle to get the pen in and out. Here the loops have been sensibly placed, so that's not a problem. Okay, and I put a couple of tabs in here, because one of the other things here is that the pen loops have been placed in such a way that when you close the organizer, the paper does not hit. So I can't show this very easily, but the paper, when it's closed, always moves out on a ringed organizer. But here there's still plenty of space, even with tabs, for the pen to occupy. So you don't get the paper scrunching up against the pen as you do in some organizers. So yeah, the design, as I have said, is good. So starting from the left here, we have embossed writing Filofax Graphic Zip Personal Organizer. There is a full height pocket lined with black nylon. And then there are 6 vertical card holders, 2 with mesh windows. Let me just grab something. Now, the mesh windows are a little bit weirdly designed, because they don't show the middle of a card. And yeah, you'd have to design something to fit into this window, because it doesn't naturally show the middle of a card, normal business card size. So that's about the only weakness in design I really find. Otherwise, 6 card slots and vertical. Okay, 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. So it's mirror image here. The rings are internal diameter 24mm. And then if we look at the back, we have a full height pocket again. This is very close to the rings, so getting things in and out of here wouldn't be very easy, but it can be done, of course. And then we have 2 slits, one at the top and one at the bottom, to hold an A6 Let me just grab them. Here we are. This holds an A6 notepad, so this is an A6 size. You can see it fits in there. Fits in there, no problem. And the good thing about having a slit on either side is that it makes the organizer absolutely perfectly reversible. So if you're right-handed and you want to write on this fairly smooth surface, you can. If you're left-handed, you can turn this around and you lose nothing at all in terms of utility of the item, because we have here, you can still put the notepad in at this end, and the slits are vertical, so nothing changes here. The only difference is that the writing is now upside down, but otherwise it's a perfectly reversible organizer for left-handed people as for right-handed people, which is always very good. I like designs which think about these things. It lies open, as you can see, and it lies flat. It doesn't fall back on itself. It's not intended to, of course, but opening flat like this also is very useful. As I said, I use this organizer a lot, and I can't remember ever having any issues or complaints about it. The layout is good, the size is good, the design is good. If it weren't for the damage, I might still be using it. Obviously, these things are very personal, but I would definitely recommend it if you come across one for sale. And if you do find one for sale and you don't want it, let me know, because I might be in the market for it myself. I hope you found this useful. Thanks a lot. See you next time.